Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Caesar coming back at you with the video, and today is going to be on my PC of Mickey Mantle. Basically, this is my checklist of all the Mickey Mantles that I want. I just want the base set, which is about 41, just the regular base tops that came out during his playing years. First off on the list is the 1952, which I don't have. As you can see, I've checked off. This is my actual checklist. So I've checked off all the ones that I have, and I do have all the 50s except the 52. So let's just get right into this. And you can see, here's the 53 card. It's a PSA Lighthouse 3. And when I was a kid collecting in the 80s, I thought I had noticed a pattern. Was pretty excited that I caught this. I was thinking, okay, look at the 53 has a circle, the 63 has a circle, the 73 has a circle in the corner, the 83 had a circle in the corner. So I was all looking forward to 93, thinking, oh, it's gonna have a circle in the corner. And when 93 came out, it didn't. I was kind of disappointed. So anyways, that's the 53 tops, okay? And if you see here, it's a 54 Bowman, the next card in my Mickey Mantle PC. And after that, I have the 55 Mickey Mantle. And you might be wondering, why, if I only want the tops cards, why do I have those Bowmans in here? And it's because if you notice on my checklist, there is no 54 and 55 tops. Back then they had exclusive rights, and there was fight between players. You know, tops won Ted Williams and Bowman won Mickey Mantle. So that's why. So these are just part of my PC, but not something that's part of my checklist. The next card that is on my checklist is the 56, which is the year that he won the Triple Crown. Look at those numbers, man. In 56, he batted .353. He had 130 RBIs and 52 home runs. Okay, that's the Triple Crown winner, 1950. Those are some crazy, crazy numbers. And a story from 56 that from Tommy Lasorda. Have you ever heard his version? In 1956, he threw at, they already started a scuffle, and he threw at Billy Martin. And Billy Martin and Bauer just came rushing at him, and he was saying, man, I wasn't scared. And Mickey Mantle was next up to bat. So back in the days, they knew they were going to get thrown at. It wasn't part, it was just part of the game. Lasorda didn't get thrown out for throwing at them. He stood in the game. So Mickey Mantle was going to bat next, and after the scuffle, Mickey Mantle goes up and, puts his arm around Tommy Lasorda and tells him, hey, Tommy, forget about those guys. They're just having, they're going through a bad streak right now. Don't worry about it, man. Just get over it. It's over. So Tommy Lasorda was like, oh, Mickey's a good guy. So, instead of throwing to him like he was supposed to do, he just threw him a regular curveball. And Mickey Mantle, bam, whacked the shit out of it. And, and when he was standing on base, Tommy looks at him, and Mickey Mantle was smiling and laughing. And Tommy was like, he suckered me. Mickey Mantle suckered him. So the next card is the 1957. And one of the biggest stories in 1957, because in 1957 was a down year for Mickey Mantle, because he only hit 34 home runs, he only had 94 RBIs, and he only batted .365. So that was a down year for Mickey Mantle. One of the biggest headlines in 57 for Mickey Mantle was the big Coco Cabana fight. If you don't know about the Coco Cabana fight, was basically the whole Yankees team almost was there at a bar at the Coco Cabana having some drinks. They went to go watch the Sammy Davis show. They were big Sammy Davis fans. And while they were there with their wives, I guess like two bowling teams that had just played a championship game came in there, and they were already drunk, and they were loud, and basically they ended up getting into a big brawl, the Yankees versus these two bowling teams, and that was a big story back then. But anyways, moving on to 1958. 1958, he had 3 cards. So you see his base card right here. This is in my set. And then after that, you have his... let me get this open right to where it goes. Next card would be with him and Hank Aaron, the World Series batting foes. And he also had an All-Star card in 1958. So those are the 58 Mantles. They're in my, obviously in my 1958 binder. And then the only thing other exciting that happened to Mickey Mantle in 1958, he signed a shoe deal with Nike. He was the first person to have a shoe deal with Nike. They had the Nike Mickey Mantle cleats. They didn't sell very much because, well, basically they were Mickey Mantle cleats, not shoes. The basketball shoes that kids could wear everywhere. Kids were getting in trouble for wearing the cleats all over the streets. And I did skip part of the 57 was another car with Mickey and Yogi Berra. I said this before. It looks like Mickey Mantle just farted, and Yogi Berra's trying to keep his smile, just thinking in his head, "Oh, you dirty son of a goat." So that's the 57. So next on the checklist would be the 59 Mickey Mantle. And he had a Baseball Thrills card that goes in there talking about hitting his 42nd homer to win the Triple Crown. And then 1959 also, the last card in the 1959 was the Mickey Mantle All-Star card. So that's it, guys. That's all the 50s cards. These other ones are all from the 60s. So I'll make another video talking about the Mickey Mantle cards from the 1960s. And in 1959, you know, he wasn't making a lot of money. So in the off season, he was actually making his own race cars and smuggling moonshine for Frank Sinatra back in 1959. Before he started making a little bit more money, making cereal commercials and whatnot in the 1960s. So there it is, guys. So just love the hobby and keep collecting baseball cards forever, Esse.